What is our project today? I think it has to do with this here. Look, here's some cover plates, light switch cover plates, electrical outlet, duplex outlet, cover plates, and I've got a box here with some stuff in here. What is this? Non-metallic metal commercial electric gasket. What's these gaskets for? You shouldn't have to use gaskets for interior electrical cover plates and light switches and all that kind of stuff. Well, I'm going to show you why these are so important to use inside your house. Stick around. Now, when I was at the Home Depot, my favorite box store, hardware store, I found these, and I found them in the electrical department around where cover plates were for metal boxes and stuff like that, because see, this looks like a foam gasket, doesn't it? See there? Looks like a foam gasket that you would have installed behind a bell box. See this gasket here? And on this blank plate, there's a gasket back in there. That's what these are for, but they're also, I use them for other things. And I use it to go around light switches and electrical outlets when they're on exterior walls. Why is that? Well, you want to do that because on exterior walls you get a little bit of air from outside, cold air in the winter, hot air in the summer, and you can get that coming into your house around your light electrical outlets and your light switches. Did you know that? This is part of keeping your house insulated properly. And it's actually really slick how these work. I've used them years ago, and I don't think many people use these. And that's why I got my little carpet scissors. I use these for all kinds of things. And there comes two in a pack, see? There's two of them. Now see all the different things here? There's different holes up here. Here it's a rectangle cut out, and that's for like a light switch. Light switch, because it's rectangular, you just depress that. If you had a regular old school light switch, you would just take the middle thing out. And they used to have these years ago for old style electrical outlets, such as that. They would have this depressed out here, or a light switch. But when I was at the store, I couldn't find those. I only found this, and I thought, well, I've got the old school electrical outlets, so you just take the rectangular part out and you can still use that, okay? And see, lots of electrical outlets nowadays are rectangular. Let me show you a rectangular one. See, here's the old school ones again. And see, there's a rectangular one. See there? Now that happens to be a GFI, and nowadays most of the electrical outlets that you see in houses are rectangular, and so that's why you would use that. And so I thought, you know, Mommy wants this house to be nice and insulated and stuff, and this is another way to insulate your house, is by putting these on all of your exterior outlets. And when I was at the store, I would try to see if they had these in dual gang for light switches or 3 gang, and I only could find the singles. And so then when I do it for the cover plates and stuff, I have to actually take 3 of these and cut them out with my scissors and fashion them in such a way. And I figured out a way to just use 2 of these, I believe, instead of 3, for a 3 gang light switch. And that's where your little scissors, your carpet scissors, come into play. And I'll show you that in a minute. Okay, but I also had some coaxial cables that I'm not using, and so I went to the store and got blank plates, and then I'll use one of those behind the blank plates, and all of the electrical outlets. You'd be surprised how many exterior walls that you have that have light switches on them, that have electrical outlets on them, blank plates on them, telephone jacks on them, and all that kind of stuff. And not only that, this is a condo, and there's another owner on the other side of this wall. This is called a tenant separation wall. Now, they're supposed to have insulation in this wall, and they do, but they also, when they ran some of the electrical, they might have run it and drilled a hole down through the bottom plate and ran it underneath and went over to somewhere else, to the electrical panel, whatever. Because I found lots of these electrical outlets and light switches and cover plates and stuff like that. Along this wall, I can still feel cold air coming in from there. And it's funny how cold air comes in even when you've got an insulated wall. Now granted, and so I'm going to do them on this wall too, phooey on it. They're $1.20 for two, so we're talking 60 cents each, okay? And you know, it's going to take me a little bit of time and effort and energy to get them all cut and fashioned and screwed on there and all, but then I'll know that everything's insulated. And even on your exterior walls, you always have insulation in those walls, right? But son of a gun, if you take off your electrical cover plate and you hold your hand on there, you're going to feel cold air or you're going to feel hot air, depending, okay, if it's summer or winter. And you do it enough on your exterior walls, you'll find out, yep, Joe's right, VideoJoe's right. I should get some of those. And I asked the guy at the store, it's funny, I asked him at the store, I said, where are they? And he says, oh, I know where those are. And he pointed to this box here, and there was about 20 in there, and I needed about 55. And so 20, that would be 40. He said, this box has been here for months. Nobody's been buying them. So I think a lot of people just don't know that they exist, or they decide they had no idea they needed to do this on exterior walls and stuff for insulating purposes. So last time I went to the store, I thought, just for kicks, I'm going to see if they replenished it, and they had one box. Here's the other box. I got all of them that they had. I'll probably only end up using half of those and those, because I've already put quite a few on the walls already, but I didn't want to do all of them because I wanted to make this video. And see, I still got a ton of them to do. I got these to do, all the ones up on the walls here to do, the light switch. See, that's going to take 3 right there. And then I got some blank plates over there, another light switch there. These light switches down here, I still got to do that. There's 3 more. There's another one there. There's an electrical outlet here in the bathrooms. I'm doing the bathroom. See, I'm doing everything. I'm doing everything. Here's 2 light switches. Here's an electrical outlet, GFI. And I've decided, because this condo's small, I'm just going to do everything. And the reason for that is because I found lots of electrical outlets are on this tenant separation wall. Okay, so I'm doing all those. I'm doing all the exterior walls. And we're at the corner of a condo complex, and this is an exterior wall. And then even the interior walls. I'm going to do the interior walls because, believe it or not, the interior walls do not have insulation in them, but some of them will have holes drilled down at the bottom plate or something, and you're going to get air up from underneath, because underneath this floor, this is not a concrete subfloor. It's got a crawl space under it. So this floor is plywood, and there's floor joists underneath it. And I felt on some of these on these interior walls, and yes, sure enough, air was coming. And this is not necessarily an exterior wall, but this is a wall that bumps up to the garage, and the garage gets mighty cold in the winter. Okay, and because these are here, technically this wall here should have insulation too. But when I put my hand on there, I can feel cold air coming from there. And Momi, she even went to the store, and she wanted to insulate this garage door. And she says, oh, the guy where she exercises sometimes, he's got a little gym inside his garage, and he got some stuff, some thin insulation here. See this? Garage door insulation kit. That'll have to be on another video. I'm not even quite sure how well that's going to work on this door, but she's insistent on the fact that she wants this thing as warm as possible. I said, this is the garage. What's the big deal? Well, cold air comes in through the garage, comes in through here, comes in through here, comes in through the wall, you know, through the back side of here, comes underneath the door. And I spent a long time and energy and effort on this door sweep on here for this threshold. The threshold was bowed, and I had to rasp this out, put a new threshold cover on the existing door shoe because it didn't have one, and I'm thinking, yeah, the last people who lived here probably took that off because the door had sagged. The door had sagged. This is pushed down, and the other thing had a bow in it. This bottom threshold has a raised portion right here, and this must have had a slight bow in it, and they couldn't close the door all the way, so they jerked that thing out, and then there was a big old hole underneath the floor, or underneath the door. So yeah, I fixed that and stuff, and so now she's on this kick that she wants everything, all the plugs and light switches insulated, and because we've got the second floor up here, we got everything on the exterior walls to do, and I've already put them on quite a few different areas up here, but I still have a few other places to go. But because most of these walls were on exterior walls, I'm doing it. Here's the tenant separation wall. Of course, I'm doing that, and I even found that some of the interior walls on the second floor, even though there's no insulation in this wall, I was getting air behind here. I put my hand up there and feel and think, okay, that's it, forget it. I'm putting that insulation on every single electrical outlet in this interior walls, the exterior walls, the ones on the second floor, the ones on the first floor. And I haven't done this one yet. And I can put my hand on there and I can slightly feel that I can feel air on there. And so I'm doing all of them because the insulation is not that expensive. Now in your house, if you're on a concrete subfloor, maybe you decide, okay, we're just going to do the exterior walls. We're not going to do all of the interior walls. Okay? Think about what you need. And yes, this is all you're going to need. You're going to need these, $1.20 a piece, and you get 2 in each little bag. And it's just insulation, see? See here? It's just insulation. You can squeeze it, and this will do a number on any electrical outlet, any light switches that you have on the walls that are on your exterior walls, and this right here will fix it. And the funny thing is, lots of the electrical outlets were smaller than this for the covers, and I'm like, are you kidding me? Why didn't they make these smaller? And let's just I'm gonna see, here's a plate. See how much bigger this is? Look at that. So on this one, I have to trim the whole thing out. And that's why they have two little holes up here, because the top hole is for covers like this that are way up high, and blank plates, the hole's down lower. So on blank plates, you would take that little lower one out. For these, you take the upper one out. For electrical outlets like that, after you cut the sides, you would have nothing. And yeah, see, look at this. There's 2 sizes. You believe that? Look how much bigger. This is like a medium size. See how much bigger that is than this light switch? And so I think that's why they made these bigger, because look, I'm gonna see if that fits in there, and sure enough, it's just slightly too big. See? I would have to trim off a little bit, but I think they made these this big so that it would fit the medium style cover plates as opposed to the small ones. But these duplex cover plates like that, they're not as big. You can get these a little bit oversized, but the standard ones are the smaller ones. The standard ones are see that? That's the standard size. And so on just about every single one of these, I have to cut them. That's why I got my carpet scissors. And you can't just cut one side and be done, because then the holes don't line up. So I've got to cut a little bit off the bottom, a little bit off the top, and a little bit off both sides, so that the middle will fit. And I've gotten pretty good at it. And it takes a little bit of time and effort, but everything in life does, by the way. Anything worthwhile takes some time and effort. Spend the time and do things right.